I want to bring up Brennan Saulnier. So we got a text about 2 days ago, or yesterday, I guess, when I announced that you were coming on, and he was telling me a story about how back when he was playing, I think midget, you know, he was going through something in his life where he didn't really want to play hockey anymore, and you drafted him, and look where he is now. This goes back to the first question I had. Well, where did you get your skill set of finding talent and pursuing it and pushing them? Brennan Saulnier seems like a perfect example right now. What was that story about?
Yeah, I get emotional thinking about that one.
I got Kleenex right there if you're good.
I won't need Kleenex, but you know, here's a kid that he can play.
Yeah.
You know, Adam, Pee Wee, Bantam. I remember him getting hit one night at the Civic Arena by Ryan Davis. And it was like watching somebody get run over by a cement truck. And I thought, he may never play again. And, you know, next shift, he clears the cobwebs and he's back out there. And late birthday, you know, born right at the end of the year, the worst hockey birthday you can imagine. But he can just play. You know, when I think of Brennan, I think of Jill, I think of his dad, you know, the family, you know, Christine as well. That was the place you went to their backyard in the winter to play hockey. And the kids would go and play in the backyard, you know, for days.
Yeah.
And they love the game, all of them. Jill loves the game.
Yeah.
Brennan loves the game. You know, Brennan was a kid that always ultra talented, could make plays, but he was small. He just hadn't grown. And his first year midget, because of his birth date, wasn't able to play major midget, was undersized and played high school.
Okay, that's what he was trying to tell me. I didn't understand that. Okay, yeah.
And I talked to him periodically, and I was like, bud, just stay with it. And I remember Kirk Thomas was coaching, and I called Turk, and I go, Kirk, you say, you got to give this kid a look. He can play. And he started playing midget his second year, and it didn't come easy for him. He still hadn't grown, but he stuck with it. But there was a point there where he was ready to quit hockey. In fact, I think his plan was to be a goalie in house league.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And he's like, Shawnee, I'm gonna be a tender in, you know, house league or whatever. I'm like, Jesus, Brennan, you can do better than that. So I remember the draft that year was in Bridgewater, and I drafted Brennan. And his dad wasn't very happy with me. Darren and I had been friends we played together and we were friends. And I think Darren thought I drafted him because of our friendship. And it had nothing to do with that. I drafted him because I knew he was going to be a hockey player. He just needed, you know, I saw him as a 93, but he was really an early 94. He just needed some more time to grow.
Yeah.
So we drafted him as a lumberjack, and he played. And he just got better and better. You know, a great skater, great skills, lots of jam. And then we had to get him out of Atlantic Canada to get some exposure because he wanted to play college hockey. And that was an ordeal. We waved him through the league, and then he got picked up by Pictou, which really ticked me off because we'd asked all the teams to allow him to go, and he ended up playing in Fort McMurray in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. And, you know, he had a good season there. And then he ended up getting a deal at University of Alabama, Huntsville at Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
And, you know, I think last week he signed a contract in the American League with Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And I'm proud of him. And he can play. Like, he's going to go in there and make an impact. And they're going to love him there because he has that jam, a little bit of show business to him.
That gives me the chills.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah. So that's one other story about Brennan. So we get drafted, and we have the ball hats and the T-shirts.
Yeah.
So I call him from the car on the way home, and he's at his house at his dad's place with Hoyles. And I said, Brendan, I'm going to swing by. I got something for you. He's all fired up. His dad's not happy. He's looking at me like, I think his dad's thinking I'm creating this expectation in this kid's mind that he's never going to meet.
Yeah.
I pull up in front of the house, and I come out, and I give him the T-shirt. And the T-shirt was like 3 sizes too big. It was like a Johnny shirt on him.
I love it.
And he puts the hat on and the T-shirt and goes rocking into the house. I'll never forget it. I love it.